Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing what Ian Somerhalder eats in a day.
Hi, I'm Ian Somerhalder, and this is everything I eat in a day. First thing I do when I wake up, I eat 2 small puppies. No, I'm joking. The first thing I do when I wake up, it's kind of strange. So I have a first breakfast and a second breakfast.
He's like a hobbit. He has a second breakfast.
So we make a lot of our own stuff, right? Nick and I grow a lot of our own food. It's going to sound unnatural, right? Like I eat that much. So I usually
If it's unnatural, it's not good.
have a broth first thing in the morning with
Okay, broth is good.
a bunch of supplements like
Supplements are made in a lab. They contain phytonutrients. Supplements like B12, for example, they contain an active form of cyanide that's in your body, and that's why you feel so energized after you have your B12, because there's cyanide in it and it adrenalizes your body.
vitamin stuff and green juices with
And also, if you're eating an adequate diet, there is no need to take supplements. There should be everything you need, all the nutrients you need, macros, micronutrients in your food. You don't need to take supplements that are made in a lab. Just eat regular food.
my
Green juices, you mentioned, they have a lot of oxalates in it, binds to calcium in your stomach and forms calcium oxalate kidney stones.
tea that
Tea has tannins, caffeine.
I then whip in the NutriBullet with coconut oil and cacao and salt.
Cacao contains traces of caffeine. Caffeine also adrenalizes your body. It stops adenosine from flowing between your neurons. So basically, it stops your brain from slowing itself down. It's basically a neuroexcitant. That's like a drug. That's what drugs do to you. Cocaine, things like that. It's not as potent, but it does the same thing to you.
Believe it or not.
People nowadays, they walk around drinking caffeine. They're basically pepped up on drugs.
So you're getting the electrolytes, you're getting the caffeine, and you're getting the fat with the cacao. So that's like a
It's the plant versions of saturated fat. It's not real fat.
energy. Then I train, and then I
I'm high.
gobble like really weird things. I don't
If he's gobbling weird things, that means he's having weird food cravings. Probably nutrient deficient.
eat a lot of meat, so
That's why he's nutrient deficient.
I substitute it with fish.
Fish is a really good food, but red meat is more ideal for humans. Not everybody lived by a river or by the coast in nature, really. So not everybody would even be eating fish, which means that this diet would even be an option.
So I have to eat like 2 giant handfuls of nuts, walnuts.
So he's having cravings for fat because there's plant versions of saturated fat in nuts, but what he's craving is animal saturated fats from red meat.
Or cashews or pecans or Brazil nuts, and then meat. So usually it's fish, and I'll alternate ocean fish, freshwater.
Freshwater fish is better. There's less heavy metals, less microplastics. I think it tastes better too. I like freshwater fish.
Fish. Usually broil or pan fry, but I cook in a lot of cast iron or ceramic coated cast iron, which I guess the jury's still out. No non-stick. It is as toxic as the day is
He's right about that, yeah. Toxic. He's right about something.
long. I mean, on the stove, cast iron or ceramic coated cast iron, lemon, a little bit of high heat oil like sunflower oil or something.
That's an oxymoron. It can't be high heat. Sunflower oil oxidizes at such a low heat, then it becomes cancerous in your body.
And salt. Boom,
Salt causes osteoporosis.
lid, steam it. And then I eat 2 giant
That's not the worst thing he's eaten.
handfuls of vegetables. So whether it's root vegetables, steamed vegetables,
I see broccoli. Broccoli is full of goitrogens. He's going to get thyroid issues, Graves' disease.
spinach,
Spinach, more oxalates. The oxalate dumping is going to be insane with this guy. Absolutely insane.
anything. So 2 of those on a plate. Gobble that. Nick also makes
That's a lot of vegetables, even for a vegan. He must be hungry.
we also make a lot of our own stuff. So she makes me these like
She looks quite thin. A little bit too thin. Humans are supposed to have a higher body fat.
amazing chia puddings with
Chia seeds are full of phytic acid. It actually binds to the minerals in your body, zinc, iron, calcium. Might be why he's so nutrient deficient, why he's having weird cravings. We'll see if he eats more seeds throughout the day, but that could definitely be a catalyst. It looks like it's been soaked in like milk, plant milk maybe, or water, which does reduce the phytic acid content a little bit, but there is still some in there. And because he's already not getting enough nutrients, that could be what's causing a problem.
coconut milk and chia and cacao and salt.
More cacao, salt causes osteoporosis again.
And then she'll just leave that in the refrigerator, and I'll get up in the morning and I'll gobble that. In the morning, you know, most people eat tons of carbohydrates. Twice a week, I'll eat just massive, huge stacks of pancakes. But
Yeah, he's having cravings. Huge cravings for junk food. He's allowing himself to binge twice a week then.
it's only like twice a week. Then I'll have my coffee, and then the baby then gets up.
More caffeine.
That's the beginning of my morning. That's from 6.
Oh, I thought that's what he ate all day. Oh. I hope he doesn't feed this to his kid.
6 to 8:30. Then it's feeding
In a 2-hour window? That's a lot of food.
her. It's feeding the baby. Then it's cooking. Then I'll finally sit and I'll have even more sort of steamed or sauteed vegetables.
I've already given my piece on the vegetables, but that's just insane. A lot of fiber. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in his body and feel the stomach pain he must feel from eating all those vegetables. That's an insane amount of fiber.
With another cup of tea. And so we feed the baby.
Don't feed it to the baby.
Usually fresh fruits, hash browns.
The potatoes full of starches, really bad for the baby. It gives the baby colic.
Sheep's yogurt or coconut
Sheep's yogurt's good.
yogurt.
Not coconut yogurt, it's devoid of nutrition. Sheep's yogurt's good though.
Stuff that's fermented and good and high protein.
That's
And
good.
then we sit there and I'll eat that too. So it sounds
He eats that too? Well, that's one of the better things if it's the sheep yogurt.
kind of insane, but when you eat really clean, you're eating tremendous amounts.
Exactly the opposite. I can eat once a day. He's eating an insane amount of food. Wow. Yeah. If you eat a healthy breakfast, you should be good until dinner. There's no need for lunch. 1 or 2 meals is normal, 3 meals is overkill. He eats so much because of malnutrition. He's actually starving himself. You wouldn't think so? You'd go, oh, he's not starving himself. But if you actually break down the nutrition content of what's actually bioavailable for him, and it's basically nothing. He's just filling his body with fiber. His stomach feels full, but he isn't satisfied because he's not eating real food.
It's hard to do that because that requires tremendous
Think about humans and nature. You think this would be sustainable in nature? You can't find this much food.
amounts of packaging and plastic, right? So most of the stuff we get is farmer's market
I'd worry about yourself first, man. This is really detrimental.
stuff, or we grow it. I love trying to really cut all this waste, but I
He's virtue signaling then.
live like a tornado because there's just so much going on that sometimes for convenience sake, I'll use it. What my wife did was do an audit of what we use. And I think it's going to become a big movement, which is farmers market vendors are going to start buying stuff in bulk. So you can go and get your dish soap and dishwasher soap and all that stuff. You can buy it in glass from farmers markets. And what they do is they buy it in bulk. It's saving 65 bottles, 65 plastic bottles. So if you have 1 million households doing that, that's just at 1 million. That's 65 million bottles a month you're saving. Lunch, again, is going to...
That's good, but you've got to think about the big corporations actively dumping forever chemicals into the rivers, basically. And then it comes out in your tap water because even the water plants can't fully remove everything. That's why all the men are so feminine really nowadays. All these hormones are coming in through the tap water, forever chemicals in the plastic. It's no good. I mean, it's good that he's trying to make an impact, but it's just not affordable, sustainable to keep up for most people. So his impact doesn't really mean anything. Hate to break it to you.
It'd be a fish, huge amounts of vegetables.
Wow. This is worse than a vegan will eat in the day. The fish doesn't even matter anymore. The fish doesn't even counteract anything. Well, he'd probably be even more sick without the fish. But this is worse than what vegans eat. Vegans eat less food than this.
Sweet potato,
Sweet potatoes are also full of oxalates. Oxalates are so bad they even bind to your bones and create little arthritis-like growths, and then you get chronic joint pain.
quinoa.
Quinoa has more phytic acid, so we're starting to understand why he's eating so much food and having all these cravings. It's probably the phytic acid from all the seeds he eats.
Big white potatoes, and
Better than sweet potatoes.
some high density fats later on. Oh, I forgot. The other thing in the morning I do, half a lemon, lukewarm water.
Lemon is really acidic. It burns the tissue in your stomach. It's less potent because he's mixing it with water, but it still is really, really bad for your microbiome.
And a quarter of a teaspoon of pink salt.
He's gonna get osteoporosis at this rate. I mean, normal people, they put salt on their food, but only on savoury food. It's for flavour. It seems like he's putting salt in things because he thinks there's health benefits to it, which is really, really dangerous. That's a terrible belief to hold, that you need to add salt to things for electrolytes because it's healthy. Salt is really unhealthy. A belief that most normal people have that is correct is that salt is unhealthy, which it is. It raises your blood pressure, causes osteoporosis, but he seems to think it's healthy. And Himalayan pink salt is full of heavy metals.
Because that just goes into your adrenals and just... Yeah.
Well, yeah, it blows them up, destroys your adrenal health.
If you have a heart problem, really bad idea.
This is how you get a heart problem. If someone tells you, if you have a heart problem, this is a bad idea, or if you're pregnant, this is a bad idea. If you have any health issues, this is a bad idea, then don't do it. Because that's what causes the health problems. It makes your adrenals worse, then you're going to get adrenal gland issues.
If you have high blood pressure, not a good idea.
It's going to give you high blood pressure.
But I'll do that again in the afternoon.
He does it twice.
I do a lot of coffee and tea, but I also...
Caffeine, tannins,
mix it
what
with
can I
a
say?
tablespoon of coconut oil and...
Yes, he's going to say that it helps maintain the caffeine levels. It just helps maintain the toxins through the day. Your body metabolizes it slower, which means that the damage is longer sustained, really detrimental.
If you whip it, you're binding caffeine molecules to a fat lipid. So your body burns it slower and more evenly as opposed
It's true, but it's detrimental.
to like straight up and straight down. And people forget, yes, sugar is the devil. 1/5 of all the sugar and 1/5 of all the oxygen your body intakes, your brain uses. So you have to remember to give it that.
No, not really. Fat, your brain runs on fat. Most people, their brain does run on sugar, but if you switch to more of like a ketogenic or fat-based diet, then it takes a few weeks for your body to switch sources, so you will have brain fog. But once you switch over to like a fat-burning state instead of a sugar-burning state, then you'll have a much clearer mind, much more stable energy.
I always do what The Rock said.
Most people do require that, but you don't have to. You can change that.
It's not a cheat, it's a treat meal.
I wouldn't take health advice from The Rock. I mean, look at him, he's a drug addict.
So a treat meal is just this.
I don't have any cravings anymore for like a treat. I don't go, oh, I could have some ice cream. I don't feel like I need to reward myself. If you eat sort of like a meat-based primal diet and you have a little bit of fruit each day, that satisfies any sugar cravings that I would have. I don't crave ice cream or stacks of pancakes or bread. I don't crave it at all.
Like giant, massive, amazing stack of...
He's binge eating. Seems like a binge eating disorder. I don't want to diagnose people, but he's trying to be healthy. He's torturing himself in the name of health. And then he has these cravings that are so strong. He needs to reward himself just for making it. And then he binge eats on pancakes, which are always unhealthy. More seeds with more phytic acid, glyphosate.
Gluten-free pancakes with just fruit and maple syrup.
Yeah, he's a sugar addict.
Although I didn't realize how much energy production it takes to get maple syrup. You know, you tap this tree and then you boil this stuff for hours and hours and hours.
Honey is more natural, but if you want to sweeten your food with something, honey or maple syrup is the way. If I'm gonna have something heated, if I want to sweeten something heated, I use maple syrup because the only reason honey is beneficial is because it has enzymes, and when you heat it, you kill the enzymes. So if you're gonna add it to heated food, you should just use maple syrup if you want sweetness.
Hours and hours, I mean hours. Yes, I love maple syrup, but I use either local honey. You can also just take blueberries.
Make sure it's glyphosate free.
And just grind them and put like a little sugar or a little honey in them, and all of a sudden you get this like amazing compote situation.
Just jam, yeah, sugar.
Another great treat, dark chocolate, loaded with antioxidant.
Okay. Forget whatever beliefs you have about health, because I know people have different beliefs. Just look at that. Look at that on the screen. Does that look healthy to you? It could be a rock. It looks like slate on the side of a mountain. It's not food. He talks about maple syrup taking a lot to process. It takes a lot of work to grow the cacao, to collect it, to cook it in the oven, to then grind it into a powder, mix it with all these ingredients, and then turn it into that. And then ship it to him because it's grown in South America. It takes way more energy production. So that's really kind of a juxtaposition.
It's got some caffeine in it, but it's just so
Yeah, we've already spoken about caffeine.
good for you.
It's not good for you. It has caffeine in it.
You can also just take
Really, really dangerous advice. I hope no one's listening to him.
cacao, turmeric,
Turmeric's also toxic. A lot of employers actually use, like, I forget what it's called, but like lead powder, which is bright yellow, to make it look like it's brighter and healthier. He's rich, so I'm assuming it's higher quality than that. But when a lot of people, they buy turmeric like in bulk from Costco as a powder, there's lead in it, toxic heavy metals.
honey, a little bit of salt.
The plant in itself is toxic. You eat too much turmeric and you'll die. It stains your skin.
Just mix it with hot water
More salt. He's on a very clean path to osteoporosis here.
and shake
Or
it
stroke.
up, and it's like dessert, but it's loaded with all these huge superfood sort of properties. Every dip.
Read Sally Norton's book, Toxic Superfoods. She talks all about how people have been deceived by all these superfood myths. It's not a superfood.
We make sure we get home as a family. Dinner again is
I thought that was his dinner.
super.
So that was his lunch? Wow. He eats the same amount of food as like a morbidly obese person. It's not junk food. It's junky food, but it's not stereotypical junk food. So that's why he isn't overweight. But he would be if it was a different type of food. Malnutrition, yeah.
Crazy, healthy.
He doesn't look very vital. I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but he does seem a little bit too pale. His hair is kind of dull, his skin is dull. His hair looks quite thin, like it's thinning. He doesn't seem like he has a lot of vitality.
Starches, potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, quinoa,
I already said my piece.
gluten-free pastas, fish, vegetables, or a lot of times no animal proteins.
Wow, that's even more detrimental. That's worse. No animal proteins with dinner at all. That's why he's starving. That's why he needs to eat so much. He's never fully satisfied.
You can take one big head of lettuce, cut it up, put it in a cast iron pan, water and salt, cook it down a bit, boom, olive oil, spices, whatever you want.
Olive oil, when you heat it up, it gets carcinogenic.
This like amazing amazing meal. You can put it over.
It's not amazing. Cooked lettuce. Lettuce has so much sulfur in it. I've smelt it, when you cook lettuce, it has that awful smell. A lot of vegetables get that smell when you cook them. It's just absolutely disgusting. It's not tasty. It might be bearable because of the spices.
For rice, quinoa, you get
Rice has arsenic.
incredible amounts of nutrients and carbohydrates.
There isn't. Lettuce is really, really nutrient devoid. Even pro-vegetable people know that lettuce is nutritionally devoid.
Hydrates and proteins from dense, amazing vegetables. The planet's better for it.
The planet is not better for it. Entire rodent species have to be wiped out because of monocrop farming, so you can eat your vegetables that don't even satisfy you. 1 cow a year is all each human really needs if you're a grown-up, really. 1 cow a year is all you need. But think of how many vegetables he's eaten throughout the day. That's a lot. Vegetables are alive too. I would rather just have one life ended that will sustain my one life throughout the whole year, rather than just, he's killed thousands of vegetables. He's a vegetable killer.
Your body's better for it.
Your body is not better for it.
Your brain, your energy production,
That's ironic because he seems quite tired.
all of it. That's it. That's everything I eat in a day.
Just to clarify, like, this video isn't meant to pick on anyone. That's not what this is for. I'm not trying to be mean or rude or anything. I just think this advice is really dangerous. And I think what he's doing is really dangerous for his own health, his wife's health, his child's health. Yeah, he has a well-developed face. His child is going to grow up with crowded teeth, a narrow jaw. A lot of celebrities, they feed their kids this way. They were heartbreakers back in the day, and then people look at their kids and go, oh, I wonder how 2 supermodels had a kid that's not conventionally attractive. And it's because they feed it this trendy diet and their faces develop so poorly. Read Weston A. Price's book about nutrition and teeth and the decay of the bones, the facial structure, and how the crowding of your teeth works.
Which should probably be 5 days. And thank you.
Well, that's all I have to say. So thank you everybody for watching.